My name is Jill. I'm 30 and... Wait, what are you asking me? And my screen name on YouTube is XGoABeanX.
And people ask me, do you ever get recognized in public? They were all calling me Bohem. I had to sign autographs. I signed my screen name. I mean, who does that?
When I meet people, I go, hey, are you on YouTube? And that's how I socialize these days. When I'm not on YouTube, I edit the videos for YouTube.
Being famous on the internet is a lot more appealing to me.
Television is going downhill. They're trying to go reality, but how much more real can you get in YouTube?
At school, yeah, I feel like everybody now knows from the YouTube guys are like, oh, that's the kid who makes videos. So it gives me a great sense of confidence kind of, but it's kind of weird, knowing that everybody knows who you are. But it's been really cool, I like it.
Life is great. If we didn't have YouTube, we don't have an audience, and we don't have the views, and we don't have all these things that it has awarded us. So I think we'd just be struggling a bit more.
How do you find the entertainment from people being themselves? What Hollywood has to do is figure out the distinction between being an actor and a celebrity. There have to be extreme personalities, people that have some flamboyant persona.
The traditional media is always trying to figure it out, but it's we've already figured it out. We've already figured it out, and all these TV shows, they're driving traffic to their website. Go to NBC.com. We're already there.
YouTube's all about keeping it real. YouTube's about vlogging. YouTube's not about big old fancy cameras and crazy cool microphones and sound guys. If you really want to know what YouTube's about, you got to get in YouTube.
We look at the sketches on YouTube, and for us, it's a great resource.
The first step in making it is just to get people to see what you do. YouTube is just the newest, coolest platform.
It's just a new world, man.
Being famous on YouTube is such an interesting thing. Because of what I do, the videos that I post, people feel like they know me.
I got this little kitty about 2 months back. He was the nicest little kitty, now a pain in my crack, this little kitty.
When you're known on the internet, or when you're famous or popular or whatever it may be, it's a different world. I mean, if you're not famous, if you're not popular, all that good stuff, you think about things like that. You think a little bit too much about what you would do if you were in a situation. But when you're actually here, it's the same thing, except people know who you are.
In a closet and he just won't care. Kitty chews on my shoes and he licks on my hair. Always scratching on my favorite chair and jumping on the couch. Playing in the windowsills and tearing through the house. He is so full of energy and easily amused. Kitty will attack anything that moves, causing trouble, starting battle.
When I started, it was such an odd thing. You have to understand, at the time we started, it was just something that I'd never even heard of YouTube. Nobody was talking about it. It didn't really quite make sense. People were making videos. That wasn't something that was just common knowledge. So it was this really odd thing, and just getting submersed in the world was just fascinating. Looking at everybody's videos and putting one up was sort of challenging because it was such an odd thing to me.
Welcome, George Bush.
Oh, well, thank you for having me, Ashley. I love Orange County.
People love to trash talk. They're like, George Bush, he's the worst president of all time. His approval ratings are abysmal. He's stupid and incompetent. But when you really think about it, you're like the smartest, greatest president of all time.
Yeah.
Because you've gotten everything you've ever wanted. The Iraq War, you wanted that from day one. And it took you a few years to get it, but you got it.
I don't worry about anything because I am already president, and there's not going to be any percussions. There's not going to be any percussions at this, anyway, there's nothing anybody can do about it at this point. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, we're good. I'm golden. So, yeah, I feel fine.
was such an exciting experience putting something out there and having somebody reply to it immediately and just comment. And I was able to comment to every single person that commented to me at the time, and to get instant feedback. It was so exciting, you know, and especially because we had been shooting things and doing things and we couldn't get anybody to look at it, and to have people care about some small little video you did was just so exciting.
Hey Johnny, how you doing? Isn't it so great that we get to make more and more Pirates of the Caribbean? But what if they don't want to make more? Then what sequel are we going to do together? You know, I've been thinking and I have some ideas. What if we did Fear and Loathing in Brooklyn? You know, a sequel to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, except this time I'm a girl that's hooked on LSD, but my family's in the mafia, you know, and we're in Brooklyn all the time, like, what you doing? Forget about it. Forget about it. So that's a great idea, Johnny.
That's a terrible idea.
Most people didn't know YouTube at the time, so for us, I wasn't really telling anybody like, hey, check out this site. It was a fun place to sort of try these fun, zany little videos, and I didn't know at the time where it would go and how big it would get. Like I said, I mean, it's sort of, you know, just word of mouth that spread, and then it just became more and more natural, and it was very exciting.
I made some of my first videos about Lisa Nova, so then she favorited and like helped promote them, which definitely got me views and more subscribers. I record the music all by myself.
Because we're 8 years apart, I should have known from the start. It won't work out, it won't work out.
It definitely has been overwhelming, but I guess it is overwhelming, but I try and keep cool about it, and I think it's pretty cool. I don't get too overwhelmed by the popularity, but it definitely has changed my whole life and like my perspective on a lot of things. I mean, I get a lot of fan mail, which is really cool. I try to respond to like most of it, but I like the fans a lot, yeah, but it gets overwhelming when I get like too many. It's hard to reply, but I mean, they're like the reason why I still make videos and why I keep doing music, so without the fans, I mean, I wouldn't even be here, so.
I won't let them arrest you, I'll always protect you. The older guys don't treat you right. You're searching for someone, but you have found no one. I could be there tonight. She said, are you really 18? I need to see some ID on that one.
I mean, it's really cool having a lot of girls all over you, but I don't know, I think it's really cool. I'm happy, I like it.
Almost 19, you're leading me on. Girl, you're leading me on. And I'm not that strong. No, I'm not that strong.
Olga is the YouTuber. She's Olga K. Some of the videos that she puts up,
just say it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that bad. It's just some of them I guess I don't necessarily understand or get.
Oh, I'm so nervous. You know, I never done this. What? We live already? Oh. Dear viewers, thank you so much for joining this program. I'm starting my new session here on YouTube, and today is the first shrinking session with one of your favorite YouTubers out there. You all know her, you all call her YouTube celebrity, but she's still a real person, therefore she's crazy. Therefore, I didn't even know I knew that word.
I think Olga sees probably the potential in it more than I do. Like, that's not to take anything away from you or YouTube, but you know, for me it's something fun. Like I like to post stuff up there just to, I guess, get stuff out. I think YouTube's been such a part of Olga's life at this point. It's hard for me to remember life without YouTube. And her life is YouTube right now.
Once you realize that there's more opportunities into it, you get into this.
Yeah.
Oh wow, YouTube is a huge community that you can make whatever you want out of it.
I guess I didn't get it. I didn't understand, you know, what it was all about, and I'm starting to see, I guess, a little bit more the potential that is there for YouTube.
You're the only one. You're the only one.
YouTube has definitely opened up so many doors and job. So it's a big part of my life. At first, I didn't know YouTube had vloggers on. I thought it was just movies and cartoons and all that other stuff. But then I saw a couple of people on there, normal people talking, making silly videos, and I said, if they can do that, I can do that. And just sat in my bedroom, recorded, put it out there. Got a subscriber, and I was like, holy shit! 1 subscriber is amazing. And then I just became addicted.
The doggy diaper. Through rain, earthquakes, trippy effects, electricity. Very easy to apply, as you can see here. Doggy diapers, there for the rescue. And sleep like you did before your dog wasn't a peeing machine.
I've had Lucky for about 2 years. She's usually in my videos and my subscribers love her. So many people that I've never met have been so in love with her. I'm waiting for her to get famous, like when I'm walking her. I'm like, hey, that's Lucky. People watched my videos for me and for her. It's really funny. 2 years ago, I never would have thought I'd be here. I was in a crappy job, completely depressed out of my life, broke up with a boyfriend. It was just hard. And just uploading that first video and just realizing that the community's there and your friends that you can make, it completely has transformed me. And it just feels like, you know, some sort of like either like a flower that's budding or, you know, a little caterpillar that's just, you know, waiting for its wings to expand to a butterfly.
The reason I started making videos was for Steve-O from Jackass. He was casting a new show that was, I think it was set to film that year. This was about 2 years ago. So I did fire breathing and juggling and magic tricks and stuff like that for the camera, and you know, I had never really done any recording before, but I never heard back from him. So like, I wanted to show my family that, you know, look at me, kind of thing. Then I started noticing that there were video bloggers on YouTube. I'm an opinionated guy, so I had to go and say my thing about it. I just sit there and think of stuff and just kind of roll with it as much as I can. Like everything's by the seat of my pants. Like I'll just riff on whatever I want to talk about.
Greetings from the frozen south. This needs some explanation. I'd like to preface this by saying I'm a complete and total pussy when it comes down to the cold. I know a lot of you are going to be like, he's a pussy when it comes down to everything. But I'm a Florida boy. Specifically cold, it just kicks my ass. Oh, God! So this is Bohem, being a complete and total pansy in Alabama, signing off.
I pretty much started out with some family watching videos, but making video logs and doing them regularly was really kind of a weird leap for me. I've never been one to promote myself. I just kind of did videos until I saw people getting the momentum, and then they would tell people.
I do care about how many subscribers I have. I do care about how many views I get.
I have over 17,000.
About 42,000?
I have around like 87,000, I think.
I have 111,000 subscribers and like 50 million views.
I could do this for a living, you know? Like, I'm at the point now to where like I'll make enough money to where I don't have to work anymore.
I do make some income with YouTube and the partnership program. Partnership on YouTube is just a program. They allow ads to pop up on your videos. You get a portion of people that click on the ads, but you only really make any money if you get a lot of views on your videos.
I've had a lot of sponsorship opportunities, like product placement stuff right now is huge. I'm not gonna go out and say, drink Pepsi, you know, it's just having it in there.
It's pretty good money, I think. I mean, I'm really happy with it, so it's pretty good money, yeah.
I don't think it's inconceivable to see full-time video bloggers within the next 6 months being a regular thing.
I just think it'd be such a prettier world if we didn't have fucking airplanes dragging, you know, their little, whatever it is, the little banner behind it. And everywhere you go, you see some ad, service or product, and it's irritating. So for me to cross the line and say, drink Coors Light, it's the best, really, really puts, you know, a thorn in my underwear. Like, it's not good.
Hey, if I can get money for it to help promote my, not necessarily myself, but my art, then that's good. For the last 2-3 months or so, I've actually been bringing in anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 a month. It looks like I'm possibly going to be bringing in probably about $60,000 this next month. It's been a big lifestyle change. Of course, I bought all the stuff I've been wanting, like the better camera, the audio, the, you know, whatever I want. And now all the money that we have is just being put away because we're looking to get a house.
All of a sudden, he's huge and Mr. Fabulous, and everybody was crazy. It's not really like a big deal to me. He does everything that you want a guy to do, except do the dishes.
Everyone who is on YouTube, they either want to get famous, they want attention. Oh, people who say, oh, we don't care about attention. I'm like, why are you putting yourself out there? You're putting such a personal information out there. If one right person sees you on YouTube, they can change your life forever. A lot of popular YouTubers go and say, you know, we're on YouTube not because of the popularity. We don't care about getting famous. We don't care about getting discovered. We don't care about making money, or we don't care about if people watch us or not. If nobody watched us, we would still be making videos. And I have to disagree with that, because when you spend like 6 hours a day trying to come up with an idea, film it, edit it, promote it, so at least, like, you know, at least 1,000 people sees your video, I think people lie when they just say, oh, we really don't care, we do it just for fun, and I really don't believe that. It's just, nah.
You know, I've never been concerned about, oh, did they recognize me? And it's just, I honestly don't care. It's just like, I put that video out there because I was having fun. I'm not trying to be famous, but it is nice to be known for my work.
I got an email from a casting director at Mad TV, and she's like, I liked your videos, and do you do characters, and do you do impersonations? It was kind of a shock to hear that they wanted me to be acting, and I just said, yeah, of course I do. They just, you know, hired me for the last part of their season. It was just interesting seeing that world, and versus the YouTube world where you have all this control, and then in Mad TV you don't really have control. There's all these producers and everybody telling you what to do and what to say and how to say it. And
celebrities are just normal people, just like we are. The difference between a new media personality and a Hollywood celebrity is the fact that a Hollywood celebrity is paid to be famous, and we just are. They do watch YouTube. They watch it. And I think that a lot of them actually take their ideas from YouTube. They find people who are creative and funny. But a lot of them won't admit it because they don't want to push their viewers to the internet, because that's not where they're at. VH1 gave me a call, and they said, hey, we want you to come to a casting call for one of the shows that we have. We think you'd be really good for it. And it was a stripper show about male strippers. So I drove all the way to LA. I had no money, but I was like, I'm gonna do this, and this is my future, and I'm gonna be famous now. So I went to LA, and sure enough, I did the casting thing, and they looked at me and they said, you know, you are sure as hell not sexy, but you look stupid doing it. And it was funny. And the whole time they're laughing at me. I was like, what? I'm being serious. And I was trying to do these sexy moves. And then, like, I did really good. I did really, really good. And yeah, I failed that casting call so bad. I promised myself I'd never go back to another casting call like that again.
It'll be alright. Come to my ass right out of town. I'll be at the boardwalk, then I'll be in Rockaway. Down in Rockaway.
It's really hard for me to get subscribers. I don't know why, but I would say I worked really hard to get those subscribers. I created these business cards where I put my YouTube only and some pictures. I made thousands of those cards, and I would go around town and I just drop them everywhere. Like whoever I meet, I just give it to them. I had to work so hard to be here and to prove myself. And people are disciplined in Russia, which is hard discipline, smack. You can't do that. You have to show up. You have to do stuff. You can't give up. You have to practice. If you don't practice, you're not gonna get anywhere. Don't cover my face.
Sorry.
Well, I actually like your arm better.
Up here?
There, yeah.
Okay.
Stop picking on me.
Sorry. When I told my mom I was dating a girl from Russia that used to be in the circus and she juggles, my mom was like, okay, interesting.
I always wanted to be an entertainer ever since I was 5 years old. I started traveling with the circus when I was 12, 13 years old. And 2 years after that, I came to America.
Olga's a performer, you know what I mean? I do think that's what she was born to do, is perform and entertain in some avenue.
We were both at a party. I saw like this flicker of a lighter behind me, and when I turned around, it was Corey playing with a lighter. I stole it from him and we started talking, and he's like, come here, and he drags me into the backyard, and he has a can of Pam cooking spray in his hand, and he grabs the lighter and he sprays the Pam on his leg and lights it on fire. It was really funny, so I started laughing.
And ever since we've been, we don't leave each other.
This is where I belong. Everything would be okay as long as I was with him.
Lisa and I met like probably 5 or 6 years ago, and we just had a lot in common, and we didn't start dating or anything right away, but we ended up going out a couple years later.
He'd been doing production for years, and we got together and joined forces, and he found YouTube and he started posting videos, and he's like, you should post some videos. I was always interested in films and acting in them, and it was kind of a hard thing to explain. There's a site and you put up videos.
But then there's the whole commenting and the interaction and the feedback from people.
It's a lot of comedy spoofs and parodies of political things, entertainments.
Do you mind if we talk a little about your album?
Totally. That's what it's about. So it's about the music. This album, I've entitled it Raw Flesh. Basically, I'm exposing myself. I'm opening up. It's raw, and it's my flesh.
I think a lot of the reasons we were successful is it was a much smaller community, so we were one of the first people there. I mean, our first video did well. We got like 30,000 views on our first video.
It was pretty cool, so just basically I became sort of obsessed with YouTube, and focused a lot of my spare time. We felt like there's so much opportunity on YouTube. Oh, this could help us transition to mainstream media. Maybe we could get a TV show. Lisa could become, start acting. It was great to get an audience, because a lot of times you have a video and it's like, you feel so excited if 2 or 3 people are in a room watching it, and then suddenly I'm like, oh my God, 50 people watch this in one day, like, holy shit.
It was just sort of me and Danny, and it was just an accomplishment for us to be like, okay, yeah, people are watching.
We knew the power of it immediately.
YouTube definitely helped me to put my talent out there, and if somebody was looking for somebody, they would just search Google and my name would come up, or my video would come up. And at first, of course it takes a while to, for people to notice your videos.
There are times where I'm like, what video do you want to show me right now, I know she's all day on YouTube. It's really strange. And there's people on there that are, doing ridiculous things that they just happen to be taping, but then like, Mr. Safety, I mean, the songs that he's written about his cat or whatever it is, it's like, that takes a lot of time, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just do something like that and like be like, screw it, I'm just gonna tape it and see what it turns out like. Like, that's stuff you have to plan, so I mean, people are taking time to make this stuff good, and then you got, the people on there that are just doing stuff to be entertaining and stupid, I think there's the whole spectrum of things. I think as far as like whether it's art, it's a complete spectrum. These are people that are gaining celebrity or like, making careers out of this type of stuff.
Later, but cross your fingers that you have toilet paper. If you got a shit and you're stuck in traffic, your palms will sweat and your ass will twitch. Ain't that a bitch? If it starts to come out, just give your cheeks a pinch. Pinchy, 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 pinch, poop, poop. Make Poop was my first song that really took off, and
You know, it's weird. There was this girl named Emma from Australia. You know, she was my first real fan that didn't know me and, you know, didn't give birth to me. She said that that song inspired her so much that she basically stopped herself from committing suicide. She was gonna commit suicide, and then she saw me, and it just inspired me. And then I realized that my poop helped somebody not commit suicide. But no, it's not about that. I just, I'm kind of, this is stupid, but I'm kind of getting teary-eyed a little bit, but like, you know, it's kind of good to know that like my videos help people. You know, and that, and it's not tears because I'm like laughing, it's tears because I'm honestly like happy.
I am Mr. Safety, but my real name is Corey. Believe it or not, I make poop every morning. Make poop, the people in the USA. Make poop, the people who live in the UK. Make poop, the people in the country of Europe. Make poop, everyone around the world just make poop.
I eat and I poop and I smoke and I sit just to eat some more, to poop some more, all the while smoking and wondering how to destroy that rebel base on level 5. That's no way to live.
YouTube is a huge part of my life. It really is, to a fault really, just because it's not a healthy lifestyle sitting in front of a computer and making videos and obsessing over it and stuff like that. I'm originally from Florida. I grew up there, went to high school there, and the day after graduation I went to Huntsville, Alabama. I started recording the videos. I wanted desperately to move out. I did not like Alabama at all. It just wasn't my kind of place. So I had no money. So I asked all of my subscribers if they wanted to send in some money. It would be awesome. This would take me out there, you know, all the normal stuff. And overnight they donated over $1,000 to get me out here. Just overnight, we're talking 12, 16 hours. If there was no YouTube, I'd be probably still a waiter. I'd probably still be in Alabama.
Before, it was just like, I make videos on YouTube. And now it's like, hey, I make videos, you know, check them out. It's cool. So it's definitely changed my life over the past 2 years. I found out Lucky had heart disease about a year ago. She was 13 and she had so much life in her. I didn't know what to do, and I made this video on YouTube asking people what they think I should do. Should I go to a doctor? Should I, you know, put her down? I also said I couldn't afford all of her bills because getting x-rays and I just couldn't afford it. And so many people came to me and said that they would donate and they wanted to help and they loved Lucky, and it's crazy to know that people care so much about you. So I actually raised enough money to take her to the doctor, and I posted a video. The next day I raised all the money, took her to the specialist. She was there for 3 hours. I got her back. And the doctor said, you know, she's really, really, really bad. If we change her medicine, she has a good 3-6 months. So I was like, oh, that's great, you know, we'll change her medicine. And she came out of the animal hospital and she was running around. She was such a bull. She just like was full of life. The overwhelming response I got from people, from strangers and people I knew, just like, don't worry. YouTube is like, it's a part of my life.
I'm gonna get my head shaved. All right, go ahead and stand behind me, honey. All right, so here we go.
I just wanna get out of my head, go deeper in. I can see the way I can.
When I was filming that that proposal, I just watching it, you feel it over and over and over and over.
Stephanie
Rogan, will you marry me? Proposing to her was my best video I've ever done.
I was really like nervous because I get nervous on camera a lot. I don't think I even noticed the camera. I was really happy when he pulled off his hat, and that's really what I wanted.
I wouldn't choose any other way. I love the way I did it because that was my way.
Really, I couldn't see anything other than like right there in front of me what was going on. I completely forgot everybody else was in the room. The fact that he was able to pull it off in the end and go back into remembering to talk to the camera and finish that story was like beyond what I could have done.
There's a thick viscous glue, and it's keeping you mired.
Lucky got really sick. The last month or two, she just kind of fell out of her doggy bed, and it was weird. She just kind of like laid right over her doggy bed, and you know, it was kind of just in this state of shock, and just, you know, I went over to her, and she was just laying there. You know, I was like, Lucky, are you okay? I had called the animal hospital because I didn't know what to do, and they said bring her right back over. Lucky's about 40 pounds or so, so I picked her up and I took her into the car, and so many people were telling me that you will know when your dog wants to go, like her constant like coughing and I had her like in a towel and she was laying on me. So I kind of felt like she knew that like she knew that like that was her time, kind of. So it was like a really good moment like in the car. And so we got to the animal hospital, and the doctor said they couldn't do anything else, and like that was like the decision. So I had seen her. They brought her back out for like 30 minutes, and she had IVs, so she was just like on something, I don't even know. But she was running around the little hospital room just like nothing had happened. But yeah, she was in, and I just kept thinking like, I have to make a video telling people that don't know her, or like just, you know, like she's gone, because she was such a huge character in my videos. So posting a video was probably like the hardest thing to do, but I wanted to show that, you know, not to be sad that she left, but to be really happy that she had a great life.
Well, I think I'd like you to go now. I think I'll beg you to stay. I think I'll push you away.
I have to do a video today. And I really need you for the video. I'm always going to be into collaborating with people. One of the YouTubers that I'm actually helping out right now, because they're I think they're kind of lost a little bit in where they're going, is Ben Boheme, really good friend of mine.
He's up in Thousand Oaks, you know, and I'm down here in Torrance. That's a good 50 miles of driving on a motorcycle in LA traffic, or in the middle of the night when it's cold, or in the afternoon when it's hot. You know, it kind of sucks that way.
I think it's fun doing collabs. People email me asking for collabs. I do a few of them, but that's what's fun about collabs. You can do whatever you want. So I'm excited to do one with Lisa Nova for sure.
Collaboration videos on YouTube, it seems like everybody was doing them. And tons of people are always asking Lisa, you know, to collab, and it's just overwhelming because you can't do it with everyone.
Oh, I love collaborations. Collaboration videos are like key. Like when you first start on YouTube, it's almost impossible now to get subscriptions unless you kind of network your way around.
We have more friends, more close-built connection with YouTube friends than our real-life friends, because we have the same ideas in a way, and so we just become such close friends because of this website. A lot of times the real-life friends, not everyone, but a lot of them don't understand what you're doing. They laugh at you when you say you're on YouTube. They don't understand why you would spend that much time on it.
I remember the first time I met some from YouTube, I said, hey, I'm going to go meet this person. And I just met, and they're like, you're crazy. What if they kill you? And they're strangers, and it's the internet. Every single person I've ever met that I saw on YouTube meeting them in person was exactly like knowing them.
Lisa Nova is a big celebrity on YouTube. Lisa Nova subscribed to my videos. And it made me so happy. I thought, well, if Lisa Nova subscribed to my videos, I'm probably doing the right thing.
And you know, I never really talked to Lisa before. We email back and forth and stuff. And she's like, yeah, why don't you come to my house tomorrow? I'm like, next thing I know, the next day I'm in her house. And we never talked, so it's a little awkward, you know, when you don't have that relationship built on the internet before you start in real life talking. So it's really weird, but it was great. She was so welcoming, and we did this her first live show ever. We were together, and everyone's like, oh my God, Olga K at Lisa Nova's house, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it's like, we didn't even know you were friends. And I'm like, me neither.
It's always funny when you meet someone who, you know online, and they're as famous to you as like a big movie star or something, you know, because of how much time you spend in that area being YouTube.
There are people out there like you. Having these gatherings that I do, that was the main thing. YouTubers together, there was no community when I started. The site was a few thousand users. I felt like these people had something in common with me. I want to get in on this. When I first had the As One gathering, I just made a video saying, hey, I'm coming to Los Angeles. If anybody's going to be out there, you know, come hang out, because it'd be cool. These gatherings are really good for the community, and yeah, community is nothing more than a bunch of people that have common interests.
YouTube is one of the best communities I've ever been involved with, just because it's dynamic. I mean, you have those moments where people are so one way or the other. Either they're really nice and really cool, or they're gunning for you. I mean, they don't like you whatsoever. And it's that dynamic that allows people to really be who they are. You really get to know who people are without, you know, just the regular blocks.
I'm just happy to be a part of this, man. I'm just looking at all these people. I'm sorry, I'm like kind of distracted by it's very euphoric. So like days like this, it's hard for me to talk, because I'm like, here I am, I'm a YouTube community member. I have more friends. I mean, all these people know who I am. I know who most of these people are. There are a lot of people here. It's just gonna get bigger.
I'm in Toronto for the 888 gathering. I took a bus. I took it from Philly to New York City, which was 2 hours, then New York City to Toronto, which was like 10. And I had to cross the border, and they started questioning me like, why are you going to the gathering? Like, I'm staying with Kev Jumbo, and they were like, who's Kev Jumbo? Who's this Kev Jumbo guy? Like, have you ever met him?
We slept. Oh, we shouldn't tell them. That's bad. We shared a bed. Oh, why'd you?
That's why they called my mom, because they didn't believe me. They were like, so he's here for a YouTube gathering with internet people? My mom was like, yeah, and they were like, oh, okay.
8 Days is definitely one of my favorites. It's cool to come to the gatherings and to hang out with these people whose videos you watch all the time, you know, and then all of a sudden you're like touching them. Like I saw the wine cone and I was like, are you real? You know, like trying to touch them. So it's cool. It's, you know, because all these people on there are amazing. You know, everybody has an amazing talent.
Let them arrest you, I'll always protect you. The older guys don't treat you right. You're searching for someone, but you have found no one. I could be there tonight. I saw your face, 'cause I clicked somewhere else. I saw your face, what an accident. I saw your face, and I took my
Here with Pisces and at the YouTube Live. A bunch of YouTube popular people.
I've had offers to go into television, and I kind of almost feel like that would be taking a step backwards. YouTube is just going to grow and grow until I think it is going to overtake TV. I'm kind of sticking with the internet because I really do think that is the future.
What got me started? Boredom, really just boredom, and then greed, and then boredom again. This is my job now. It's all I really have to do. I work 2 hours a day, and that's it. I feel like a douche every time I explain that, so yeah.
It's only going to get bigger.
You know who I am?
Michael Buckley, oh, thank you. What is your YouTube channel?
Michael Buckley.
Back here. Worst thing any of us can do as internet personalities is be like, screw you, internet, I'm gonna go be a TV or movie star. This is what launched us, and this is what gave us the opportunity.
You know, YouTube is only less than 3 years old. Celebrity's kind of thrown out the window in the world of YouTube.
I do watch YouTube. I favorite lots of videos from Fred to Dax Flame to Tazon Day. They're the best.
I was really excited to meet Katy Perry.
I got to meet Katy Perry. She's nice. I didn't know she had videos, but I will see them.
It's crazy, like you look around and like everyone from YouTube's there basically. So far I haven't met Fred yet, he's the only guy I've met.
And Esme Denters.
I started singing covers on YouTube and that's how I got signed, so it's an amazing experience to be here and to let people hear my original song.
I'm at YouTube Live right now. It's like a big event where all the YouTubers and all our friends and everybody just comes out together and we all have a good time and there's a show and everything. It's like a big event.
I put the plane ticket on my mom's credit card and I don't know if I'll pay her back for that, I don't know.
Where do the VIPs go?
My phone is just going off the hook.
I've been to a number of YouTube gatherings at this point. She's like, oh, it'll be fun. It's something we can do together. And I'm like, Olga, this is a YouTube trip. This is not about you and me. I don't get it. No, I'm not so much into the whole YouTube scene. It's interesting going to the gatherings because you can see that there is a community there. But like who these people are, like, I don't get, there's a celebrity community within YouTube.
It's like being a secret celebrity in a way, because you can be online and people are like, oh, it's Faith. But in real life, you know, nobody's ever recognized me in the street or just kind of come up to me and spoken to me or anything like that.
I wouldn't say there's any real fame to it. I mean, I do get recognized places. I don't know, there's no celebrity status to it right now.
Olga gets excited to see these people and I'm like, I don't understand what the fuss is about. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, there's Fred! Fred over there! It's unbelievable. I will get to meet Fred right now. Lucas, hi, I'm Olga.
Hey.
You're watching your videos, I love it.
Oh. It was weird initially going to these gatherings and just like not really getting it, you know. I was definitely on the sidelines and just kind of like, this is strange. So, but I'm definitely like starting, I guess, to understand or see like, you know, how these people do have followings and they are like impacting or affecting different people. You know, there are a lot of people that look up to these YouTube personalities.
There's time, I promise to find more.
As much as you are friends with everybody on the internet when you're part of the community, you know, you're friends with all the people that are on the most subscribed list, yes, there is definitely competition.
There's really not a competitiveness there when you're just speaking with someone. But after you get home, it's like a big video game all over again. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna try and outdo him now. No matter how friendly you are with a guy, you still want to try and do that.
Passing somebody on the list it's a good feeling.
Can you imagine how many people every minute uploading videos? 10 hours of footage uploaded on YouTube, every minute.
Everyone is trying to act and everyone just looks so much better than you and they're maybe so much more talented. Because what the fuck was in my videos, I got more subscribers.
Also, at one of the gatherings I met Mr. Safety. He has this cat, Sparta. Sparta is more famous than I am on the internet. He said, Olga, you know, you've never been at my place. Come over and hang out with my cat Sparta and maybe we can make videos together. Mr. Safety is just so powerful on YouTube, I guess. Because of that video, I got like, I don't know, 1,000 subscribers just because I played with his cat. At one of the gatherings, I also met a sexy Phil who is so dominant on YouTube right now.
Everyone's like, he's a YouTube celebrity, which I think is the most ridiculous thing to say ever, because we're just all people on the internet.
So he promoted me, and the next day I got over 5,000 subscribers. And I was like, oh my God, I've been working for 2.5 years and I got 3,500 subscribers. And then overnight, I just got extra 5,000. And from that day, it just kept growing, growing, and growing.
That's the way the waves are. That's the way the waves are crashing on my shore. That's the way on my shore. That's the way on my shore.
On YouTube, there is a lot of positivity, but with that positivity does come negativity.
I hope you die. You wasted 3 minutes out of my life. And I hope your house burns down and you're so gay and you're so, oh such stupid comments.
First stalker that I can remember was named Carrie Ann, and she was in New York. She was about 34, and she was sending me messages. She started to get pretty hot and heavy and creepy, and like, you know, I love you, and I want to be with you. I'm going to move out there next month, kind of stuff. You know, I'm just being friendly. I'm just talking to you, and you're going a whole nother level of creepitude. So I stopped talking to her. You know, I sent her that message, and I didn't read anything. So by email, by MySpace, by YouTube messaging, anywhere that I popped up online or at least had logged in, she would send me a message. All day, every day, for like months.
One thing about the internet is putting yourself out there. You're really putting yourself out there. I mean, everything, your personality, your feelings, everything that makes you you.
Haters, I just ignore them. I don't mind them at all because, I mean, the more haters, the more popular you are, so I don't mind them at all.
You know, controversy is not the worst thing, and haters aren't really the worst thing. It's all, like I said, par for the course.
There's a guy who commented all the time who, you know, was just seemed like obsessed and da-da-da, and he, you know, had somehow, we corresponded, you know. His name was Dave Days, and he was just constantly contacting us. He was telling Lisa how much he loved her, and it was actually me responding to him. He didn't realize it, and it was just got really awkward. And he was saying sexual things to me, thinking it was Lisa, but it was really inappropriate. It was me the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
That changes everything.
One time I was in the mall and this like 14, 15-year-old girl like screamed, she's like, "Oh my God, is that Boheme?" I'm like, do I know you? How drunk was I? You know, just, I really didn't know what was going on, and then she mentioned that she knew me through YouTube.
I guess I've hit another level of something, you know? Very strange. Dealing with bad comments is something that I'm like continuously working on because it digs on you. Like it's bad because they're attacking something that you put time and effort into, something that you think is awesome and that people are going to enjoy. And then they're like, no, it's bad. And you're like, oh. It's never that civil either. They say the worst things and always in the most cutting way that they can.
It gets overwhelming, or you can get burnt out and you just don't feel like being creative, and so that causes more stress, pressure to keep putting out quality videos. Right out of the gate we had success, and we just had kind of been expecting big things, and so, you know, when we work on a lot of different things, and if something falls through, you have a tendency to get upset or disappointed, or, you know, it demotivates you. You're like, is this ever gonna happen? You know, are we crazy? The YouTube has become very consuming. You're working together and, you know, living together, so I try to be a motivator.
What should I do? Do you need help with anything?
You want to just come back here?
We just take breaks when we need to. Trying to get that balance where it's not affecting a relationship is definitely tough, but we've managed to do great so far, so I think it's a testament for how much we love each other.
I had 40 or 50,000 views on a bunch of sequential videos, and then it plummeted to like 15K. Just like half the audience or 3/4 of the audience just gone. Initially, losing viewers really made me want to do good videos, get more viewers, get it back, get my place. And then I just stopped really caring about placement and viewership. I'm probably gonna quit.
My friend Boheme, you know, he knows where he wants to go. He just wants to be in entertainment. He just doesn't want to go in the same direction that I'm in as far as like product placement. That happens.
Mr. Safety is cheesy. YouTube and video making is so much of a part of his life.
I am slightly jealous just because I would like that. I realize that, you know, it is a huge drop, and, you know, those people were in their way giving me exposure and money through ads and stuff like that. I have an animosity towards advertising and the capitalist consumption machine, you know, where you have to buy, and buy this, not that, you know, this is better, these guys suck, and seeing ads everywhere you go. I actually think being a waiter is going to be better for me anyway. You know, less responsibility, go flirt with the host stand. You know, you get 5 hours of work, sometimes you walk out with $200. I've seen some people who have been waiting tables 20 years and they're happy as a pig in shit. I mean, they do it every day with a big old shit-eating grin. You know, they're just happy. You know, that seems to be the way for me.
It's so funny how the internet allows one guy who just works all this stuff by himself without any knowledge or training whatsoever, and and I can go out here and do this. It's weird. Internet is so weird, but I love it.
If I could do YouTube and do music and do all that, I would definitely do that. But I mean, I should go to college just because to get it out of the way, in case YouTube like fails in the end.
Our goals are, of course, to stay on YouTube and stay as relevant on YouTube, and I think we both, Danny and I, believe that the future is in the internet and that the mediums are just going to merge at some point. And TV will be internet, internet will be TV, and so we want to stay as relevant on the internet as possible.
YouTube is the starting point. I'm so happy to be on the internet and making friends and videos, because without it I'd probably feel a little bit lost. So it definitely completes my life.
Traditional media isn't something I want to do. My foot is so well planted in new media. The money's here. It's just that people don't know how to get it yet. I don't want to have to follow other people's rules. I want to just do what I want to do and be an artist.
People who are becoming popular on the internet right now, they're gonna be Tom Cruises of internet. Those are the people who we're gonna watch 10 years from now and say, oh my gosh, I remember when he started on the internet and we thought it was a crazy idea.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna replace like your Tom Cruises or Brad Pitts, but
Our lifetime, don't fight, let it flow. I'm flying away. I need to change my fate.
I'm addicted. I don't know about you, but I don't even watch TV anymore. I can't wait to get home. How many subscribers we got? Oh my God, we got, you know, this guy said we suck.
We're just standing around, you know. The 2009 juggling competition is a big thing, and we've all been practicing all year. So he's got a new 6-ball routine that he's been working on. I still only have 2 small balls.